Hello there, it's Jumbuck here with another Middle-earth Shadow of War. Today we have the arena, the Coop arena is back, rejoice! This Co-op Arena event for the start of May 2018 is a fellowship-based arena event. It's called the Tribesman of the Nurn. You can see here on the screen that there's actually a couple of heroes that do get bonus trophies for this particular event. Ugluk, the new hero, gets 35% bonus trophies, and then we've got Helm, Hammerhand, Saruman, and Hallis all receiving 10% bonus trophies as well. One thing you'll notice with the rewards for this particular arena event, and we'll touch on it near the end of the video as well, but this is only a 2-day arena event. It's been reduced from the 3 or the 5 days that we've come to expect. Something happened on the first day, there was an error, the actual mode got pulled down then brought back up the day following, so we've only got 2 days to hit those arena rewards that we want to get. The boss wave for this particular event is comprised of 2 champions plus the healing orcs off to the side. Now the 2 champions we have to be aware of, we've got Lothariel and then Marwyn. Lothariel is an assassin, so a bit of a glass cannon, does a lot of damage but doesn't take much damage, and then Marwyn is obviously a healer. So I would classify Lothariel as our highest priority target for this final wave. What we want to do is make sure our heroes like our Sarumans, Celebrimbors, they have full might plus the attack buff as well, so they can blast Lothariel off the park straight away. If Lothariel can't build her might up to get to a point where she can dash across and hurt the squishies, then she's not really a threat at all, but she is our main target. We've got to take her down first. We get rid of her first, and after that, Marwyn plus the healing orcs. There's a lot of healing going on for the back half of the boss wave, so we do just need to be aware of that and just manage our resources. It is a bit of attrition base, so we want to just try and get settled in, make sure we're using our hero powers, using our might effectively. Let's make sure that we're avoiding Marwyn as well. We do know from previous events that Marwyn can reduce our might, and it is an AoE as well. So if she removes the might points for a couple of heroes, it does make things go a bit longer. So let's just make sure we're spreading out, avoiding that as an outcome or a consequence of staying near Marwyn, and we'll get the win eventually. Let's take a look at an arena in action. You can see on the screen here we've got 2 damage dealers, 1 tank and 1 healer. So we've got Saruman and Galadriel for that damage. We've got Baranor as the tank, pretty standard, and Hallis as the healer as well. We're big fans of Hallis after the PvP event, the 4 versus 4 event, so we're all trying to level him up in the Fellowship as well. You'll see with Wave 1, settle in, this is going to take a while for Wave 1. We've got a big unit, the Grog, plus a smaller healing orc off to the side. We take out the healing orc first and then chip away at the Grog. A big thing with Wave 1, with this particular event, is you can actually save up a lot of might points just by attacking, like auto-attacking the tank. Tanks are designed to take damage. You'll see in a lot of my videos, I try and bypass the tank and get the squishies off to the side. You'll see it in Wave 2 and 3 as well. But really, Wave 1 is about building might, probably building orc points as well, so that in Wave 2 we can drop AoE on the wave and get some wave clear. We can drop the orcs to put some space between us and the enemies too. I'd like to address that with a particular arena as well. It does feel a bit easier than previous arenas. Now, I'm not sure if that's because our fellowship as a whole, we are, I guess, increasing in power. We've got the power-up events, we've got orcs, we've got all sorts of different things. So we are increasing in power. We're getting some more strategies down, but I still think that this particular arena is a bit easier than previous arenas. Some arenas like the Balrog had one really big bad guy, which was attrition based, and then other ones had lots of heroes, and it was hard to kind of separate the hero or the enemy champions and whittle away at them as well. With this one, there's only 2 bosses at the end. We've touched on it already. And the actual waves themselves, even on stage 8, we're not too threatened at the moment. We're saving our might points. We're using AoE to clear the bad guys. We're taking out the squishies when we can. Wave 3 has 2 tanks and then lots of assassins that bamf around the map. So as long as you stay together in the middle, you should be fairly protected. We are at the end of Wave 3 now. You can see down the bottom, Saruman full might. Baranor has full might as well, not so much a concern. But Saruman with the attack buff going after Lothariel, this is our main, like this is the Death Star honing in on the enemy. Going to blast Lothariel off the park, and she's gone already. There's no chance for her to do her assassin stuff. She can't deal damage. If she's dead, she's gone. And so the main threat to our team is now off the park. I've gone off to the side here as Hallis, and we're just taking out these little healing orcs as well. We've got 1 or 2, champions taking Marwyn. Because we're spread out, we can't all lose might points, which is a good start. And the healing orcs dying, well, they can't heal Marwyn either. So I've chipped away at the healing orcs, and we're going to go back for Marwyn. And there wasn't really too much of a threat in this particular game. I think free-to-play players, they have a really good chance of winning this one as long as they focus on the right champions, leveling up, and then working together as fellowship. This is quite winnable for most players, I would say. Finally, I just want to touch on arena rewards. We know this is a 2-day arena event. It's making it very difficult to reach those rewards that we were previously reaching on, well, we certainly can't reach the same we had on the 5-day arena event. We've seen arenas go down to 3 days, which is part and parcel of having the PvP as the other 2 days. But the arena rewards have not scaled even for 3 days, let alone this single 2-day event. The main target I think a lot of players aim for, especially free-to-play players and especially early on, is to get to that 200,000 trophies, because 200,000 trophies gets you 1,000 green gems, and green gems is used for a lot of different things in the game. So you can buy mirroring experiences, things in Palantirs, all that kind of stuff. It's a really good currency to get a hold of, and it's really difficult to get a hold of. I would argue for this arena, you cannot get 200,000 trophies just using arena energy and warlord arena energy. If you have a think about how much energy you're going to accrue, if you started with 300 before the arena event began, and you get exactly 1,200 arena energy over time, so over 2 days, 600 per day, that's 1,500 arena energy. With that energy, you need to complete stages 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is about 20,000 trophies for one standard hero. So that's going to get you 32,000 trophies all up. But for that, you need to use 375 arena already. And it's a very inefficient way to use your arena energy. You're not getting as many trophies as you would at the higher stages. So let's just say 375 of our 1,500 is already being used, gets us about 32,000 trophies. So one milestone for a standard hero. Stage 5, it's going to cost us 200 energy again, and that's going to get us about 12,000 trophies. Now, stage 6 is the magic stage you want to get to, because stage 6 gets us approximately 20,000 trophies per 300 energy. In theory, if we had 1,500 energy, we could do 5 of those stages. 5 of those stages, 20k each, plus the milestone bonus as well. You're getting around 150, 160k trophies. So already just looking at that, best case scenario, you're still not going to hit 200,000 trophies. With the Warlord event now as well, the Warlords seem to be getting much more difficult because the higher stages are now weighted, expecting level 90s and level 100s. And guess what? No one's at that level yet. So even the level 80s in our fellowship are struggling to get through, level 13 and 14. For the rest of us, the free-to-play players and the lower level players, you can certainly expect to get through the first 5 or 6 quite easily. You should be able to get through the first 10 Warlords. You can get 50 energy per Warlord event. So if you go through 10 stages times 50, that's 500 energy. So add that onto our original 1,500, we've got 2,000 energy. It's really pushing it to get 200,000 trophies. And that's if you win every single match that you play, and if you're playing stage 6s the whole time, which you're not, because the first 4 or 5 stages, you've got to play them to get to that point. So I think this is the arena where if you want to hit 200,000 trophies to get 1,000 green gems, you're not going to do it just with the free stuff that you get. So you need to spend some green gems on refreshers. And I'm going to explain why. Most of you may be able to see exactly where I'm going with this, but for the free-to-play players who are trying to save resources and only spend them when it's useful, if you don't spend the green gems, yes, you won't be spending green gems, and that's great. But if you spend the green gems, and you spend 300 or 600 green gems, you're going to profit. You're going to get 1,000 as a bonus, plus all the other rewards between, say, 150k trophies and 200k trophies. So you can see straight up, you're going to get a net positive of more green gems for spending a little bit now to get to those higher stages and to keep doing those higher stages the next 2 days. Not only is it helping you personally, but helping your fellowship as well. If everyone was to try and get to 200,000 trophies by spending green gems, then it's going to push them up the leaderboard, and it could potentially get you more black gems, for example, by getting higher on the leaderboard as well. For free-to-play players, I normally wouldn't advocate spending green gems to get other bonuses, but in this instance, because you're spending green gems to actually get more green gems, it's totally worth it. I hope you're enjoying the Co-op Arena while it's back. It's only here for 2 days, so let's get in amongst it and have as much fun as possible and get ready for PvP when it comes back next week. Thank you very much for watching this video, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.